Hello everyone. Over a couple of videos, we worked on this grass generation system in my channel, which allows us to generate grass according to the landscape. That means here now you see when I generate a tile, the grass is generated using a code where each blade is generated through the code. So because of that, we have control over where to start each grass blade and how tall it grows, things like that. Now here you see in this region where this green area and this brown area merges, you see the grass is taller and a bit yellowish, and as the grass grows here, they are taller and more green. So it kind of represents the nutrition level of the soil, something like that. So now the system is working all good, but we have one problem. The problem is if I keep these grass blades, which is at the moment generated as procedural mesh, the file size when I save the map can become a bit large, and I'm going to solve it by converting this generated mesh into a static mesh. So here, let me show you what that means. Now here is the grass 𝐒𝐻𝐸𝐭 map size. Now I haven't saved the map yet, but let me save the map first. Now as you can see, it takes a bit of a time as well, because I'm not exactly sure how the details are saved into the map, but now you see this size is already 300 megabytes, which is a bit too much, I think, because all we have is this grass and the landscape. So now let me continue to add all the tiles. Okay, one more. Now I have this create SM, stands for create static mesh. So when I press this button, this is what we are going to work on today. You can see here a new static mesh is created using the data in this procedural mesh, and it's saved here. So now you have all the generated grass mesh in a single static mesh. Then if I clear this grass mesh, procedural mesh based grass, and add this saved static mesh in the same location, now you see you got everything that you had before. And if I save, now the grass demo map is 91 kilobytes. And also performance wise, we don't really have a problem. It's still as great as before. We have 120 FPS with this amount of grass, which is great. So yeah, so let's see how to do this conversion today. Now in future episodes, I will look into how to make it more dynamic. That means if you have to make some changes into the level, and then once you press one button, all the grass system will be regenerated and then converted to a static mesh and will be applied automatically into the level. So everything will be streamlined and you don't have to manually do anything. But for now, let's focus on how to convert this procedural mesh based grass system or grass blades be converted into a single static mesh. And you can watch previous episodes of this series where I worked on the grass generation system from scratch. In this playlist, I will leave a link in the description below. And also I'd like to remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects that I have done in my channel from the Patreon page. Once you become a member, you can access anything without a limit. Alright, let's get back to the work. Okay, So this is the project as of the last episode. Here we only have clear grass, generate grass tiles, and generate next tile. Those are the all we have. Let me open the blueprint and 𝐶LM grass and open the C++ file. So we can't do that here using blueprints. We have to use C++ in order to implement this conversion part. At least as far as I know, it's not possible within blueprints. But if someone find how to do that, please share in the comments or some tips. Okay, now let's go here. Let's add a new function in this 𝐶LM grass header file. It has to be blueprint callable because I'm planning to call this from blueprint. Void convert to static mesh. Right, now we get an option to implement this in the C++ file. 𝐶LM grass cpp. Now first thing is, when we want to save the static mesh, we need to have a name and a path. So fstring asset name. For that, perhaps we could use the name of this actor and also name of the map and a combination of that. So let's do something like this. The actor name, we can actually use get name because this is a subclass of actor. And also let's use the map name. Get world, get map name. Now we can finally define the asset name. I'll call it mesh name. We can use the fstring like this to add literal string parts, and I'll add the prefix sm because this is a static mesh, and then level map name, and then actor name. Also we need a path, so fstring path equals we can use this part only C to type. So where should we save this? So when I use game, that means the content browser. So here let me see if you look at this path, it says game meshes pine. So game means this root folder of the content, and I'll use this game meshes generated class. Okay, now using these two string, we can create a package name. A package name is required when we want to create a new object. So path plus asset mesh name. Sorry, here I made a mistake. This should be after this. Okay, and also make sure to add a slash at the end, otherwise you will get a wrong name. Okay, now we can create a package. view package. Plus create package, and we can use the package name. It expects a teacher, so that's why we need to put a star, a teacher pointer. So okay, and then we can create a static mesh object. For that, use static mesh. I'll call it static mesh. Space equals new object. From the type, use static mesh, and here we need to give the package, and name as f name, so f name, hash name, and then rf flags. I'll use public or rf standalone. So if you want to know more about these flags, you can go here to their definitions. Object is visible outside its package. Keep standalone means keep object around for editing even if unreferenced. Right, now there are few options that we can set. Static mesh. By the way, these are just some options that I copy from a source that I found online. This one and these few options. Okay, now we need something called f mesh description. Then we can use f mesh description to create use static mesh description, and from use static mesh description we can build a static mesh. That's just how it works in Unreal. So f mesh description. I think in order to use this we have to enable a special module. So let's see. Switch to 5.3. It's a mesh description module, so you have to enable it here. Why is this T? And then include this header file. How do I have to use it here? If I put it here, make sure things are working. Mesh description, mesh description equals build mesh description, or this. There is a function called build mesh description, and this is implemented in, let's search another module. It's in procedural mesh component. We need to include this procedural mesh conversion. Okay, now the error is gone, and we need to give the procedural mesh component, which is grass mesh. That's the name that I have used here for the procedural mesh component. To check if everything is working, let me go back and do a compile. Right, compilation successful. And the next step is, you see this, creating a static mesh description. So for that, use static mesh description, and I'll call it SM description, and static mesh with static mesh description. Okay, so now from SM description we can build. Why am I not getting the suggestion? Maybe we have to enable another module. Static mesh description, and include static mesh description header file. Yeah, it's a different word. Static mesh description. Build from no. Oh wait, from static mesh build from static mesh descriptions. That's the function. Now here we need to give the static mesh descriptions, SM description, and then build collision. I don't want collision for this grass, so I just leave it false. Okay, now if we are in the editor, hash if with editor hash, and if here called static mesh or static change. This function only works on editor, and static mesh mark package dirty. Okay, now we can notify asset registry module using asset registry module. It's not available. We need to include the header. Let's see what that is. Asset registry, and this is the header file. Okay, module asset created. Asset is static mesh. Okay, now that's all I think for now. Oh, we didn't work on the materials, but let's first check if the mesh creation works. So For that, let's go here, compile. Okay, now in here I'll create a custom event, convert to static mesh. Let's make it short, convert to SM. And here I'll call, what's the name of the function? Convert to static mesh. C++ function, and I'll make it call in editor. Okay, now first here we have the convert to SM function, generate grass tiles. Alright, so one tile is generated, and now if I press convert to SM, a folder should be created here. Engine crashed. CLM grass CPP113. Here. I forgot one more step here. Here, SM description, set mesh description, and give mesh description. That's a missing step. Let's rebuild the project. Okay, let's try one more time. Here is the generated grass. Now convert to static mesh, and again crashed. Oh, here assertion failed, path string. I think I need a backslash over here. Okay. Let's try it again. And convert to static mesh. Alright, now finally, here we have the generated mesh. Nice. But it doesn't have the material. That's fine. Now let's work on the material. So for that, after this step, materials. So in this grass mesh, I only have one material. But in case if we have multiple materials, we might have to iterate through all of them and get all the materials or different materials and add it to the static mesh. So let's do TRA. Your material interface materials. Okay, and then for let's call it section index, and we need to iterate through all the sections in the grass mesh. So grass mesh num sections, get num sections. Right, and another u material interface. Material, and we can get the material of this section using grass mesh get material section index. And then before we add to this materials array, we can check. We already have add unique. Yeah, we can use this add unique material, so we will not duplicate the same material. And then we need to copy this material data into our static mesh. So copy to static mesh, again for int I less than materials dot num and static mesh get static materials at f static material materials hi. Okay, now this should add the material data as well. Let's see. Let me compile and I'll delete this one. Even if I don't delete, it should be replaced. Yeah, let's press again convert to SM. Yeah, see, now we have the material data also. Yeah, great. Okay, so now let me add the rest of the tiles. Okay, now convert to static mesh and then static mesh is generated here. I'll clear grass and place the static mesh here. Copy the location. So here we have our grass. Nice. So that's all for today. Here is our system. You can see all the details are there and it's lightweight. Stat PS performance is great. So yeah, with this we can stop this episode right here, and updated project files will be available here for the download. Link would be in the description below. See you in another episode. Goodbye.